where do you take it? What shot would you like over again in your mind? Or do they not stick with you like that?
You try to not let them stick with you that much. I haven't been – I've played well in the U.S. Open, have a couple top fives there, but I wasn't like leading going in the last couple holes or anything like that. There was a World Golf Championship at the FedEx St. Jude in Memphis. Bryson and I were in the last group, and obviously big tournament's one of my favorite golf courses on tour. That was the site of my first win back in 2013, and I think I was either in the lead or tied for the lead with probably 7 holes to go, and just didn't have a great finish, lost by 1. So probably that round, I would probably some of the shots, the strategy, the hitting a different club, stuff like that. But you can do that for every round. I mean, that's what makes golf so great and so brutal at the same point is you can go shoot 62 out here and there's still a couple shots that you want back. Missing a 12-footer, hitting the wrong club on a hole. But for us, I mean, you got to always look forward. Like once the ball leaves that club face or that putter face, there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is focus on the next shot and move on.
Do you seek out Mr. Nicklaus this week at all? Do you like to have conversations with him?
I do. I saw him pretty much right when I got here. He likes to hold court in the locker room, and he loves to get everybody's opinion on the golf course, and that's what I like about him. He's always open. He loves having discussions and asking about number 16, and he kind of fessed up to it like, hey, I'm going to make it a little easier. I know it was too hard of a hole. We're trying to see a little more chances at birdies, pars there. So he's great. He's great for the game. He's out here. He knows a lot of the players, and he's open to hanging out and having great discussions about golf.
That's awesome. All right, man. Well, we hope we're talking to you around the weekend. You've had, like I said, you were really good during COVID year here. You know the track. You know what it takes. But we wish you a lot of luck, and we hope to see you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The college
I
football.
hope it's the final. I hope it's not one of those first couple games because that'd be a tough matchup for us out of the gate.
And you might have to come here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, all of a sudden the top 4 you get the bye, and then you get to host. We need to get some Southern football up here north.
I'd love to come up here. I'd love to come up here. That's kind of always on my bucket list. I've been to all the SEC games pretty much, but I'd love to go to Michigan Ohio State game. I'd love to see that atmosphere.
Well, I hear there's a guy named Jack who might have some access to some tickets, so buddy up to him this week.
All right.
That's
all
our
right.
guy.
Thanks, guys.
English. Great to have you, man. We'll come back and we'll get into our Buckeye Bulletin this hour, and we'll get into
we got Schefter next week.
Adam Schefter will join us. Our usually Wednesday visit with the ESPN Senior NFL Insider. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you've recently seen a photo of an older Baker Mayfield fresh off a bender, it's just Bo Bishop. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Colin Mann here for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is the best. Why? Number one, they have the best technology. They have window systems that last up to 5 times longer than the other jabronis. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. And how about the deals? 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com.
This is Bob Capace of Worthington Jewelers. We've been creating one-of-a-kind designs for almost 20 years. Our jewelry consultants will help you create your one-of-a-kind design or select from over 1,000 engagement ring options. Shop local and come see us at Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
Summer is finally here in Ohio, and the best part about summer is the fresh fruits and vegetables. And the best place to find them, well, it's one of my favorite places to eat. That is Bob Evans, because they're going to make sure they have the farm freshest ingredients right to your plate. They have 3 new salads: the steakhouse salad, the grilled chicken chopped salad, and my favorite, the summer berry salad. Grilled chicken, strawberries, blueberries, pecans, feta cheese, everything you like, it's all there, and it's all fresh and delicious. So go check them out and learn more at bobevans.com.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
GLP-1, the term is everywhere because medications can now help to balance it by making you eat less. I suggest the opposite. Eating right to lose weight with GLP-1 Balance by Awaken 180. Faster results, safer results. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
Quite a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, yeah.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
Schedule your free in-home estimate today and get $1,500 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions apply.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
Progressive presents 10 things on a plumber's to-do list that are harder than getting a small business insurance quote. Waking up for 5 a.m. plumbing disasters, finding out why water is pouring from the ceiling, replacing a pipe in a home from the 1800s, then dealing with invoices or your awkward apprentice or that really weird smell, and then there's breathing and eating, and of course, clogs. But the easiest thing on any small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you could save on the business insurance that's right for you. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, Andy Katzenmoyer for Game Day Men's Health. Struggling with low energy, lack of focus, and trouble in the bedroom? You might have low testosterone. Game Day is here to help. They specialize in low T and other treatments just for men, like vitamin therapy, sexual wellness, and weight loss. Best of all, it's quick. Get started in as little as one visit. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test today. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
All right, welcome back in. Rothman and Ice live from the Memorial. We do it every Wednesday with our guy, the ESPN NFL insider, Adam Schefter. Schefter, my man, how are you?
You guys are at the Memorial. That's pretty cool. I wish I were at the Memorial. I played golf yesterday for one of the rare times in the all-season with a former PGA Tour golfer, now on the Golf Channel on NBC. Does an unbelievable job there, Smiley Kaufman. And boy, can he hit the ball. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool seeing out here, Schefter, for the Pro-Am. We've seen Steve Young today, Rob Lowe, Andre Iguodala, Peyton Manning. So the who's who is out here, and it should be a very fun weekend at Jack's Place. Let's start in Cleveland, Schefter, because we had some news coming out of the Browns facility that involves their head coach and GM, and looks like they're going to be around for a while.
Well, the truth is they were always going to be around for a while. The Browns have had these extensions in the works, not for days, not for weeks, but months. And Andrew Berry, obviously, they wanted to do this together and announce them together, right? So by the time they were able to finalize the extensions, put name on dotted line, this is when they decided to announce it. I don't know why today was the day, but this has been basically agreed to for a long time now, and something that the team wanted to move forward with. And honestly, two great leaders, two great men. I really believe in terms of men, they might be as good as anybody in the league in terms of men, 1-2. You know, so, yeah, they're outstanding, and they'll be in place for a long time.
It's really cool. Schefter, let's stay in Cleveland. What do you understand about Nick Chubb and how he's recovering from a pretty gruesome injury from a year ago?
Yeah, it's coming along. It's a process. And you've got a situation there where basically I don't know that they're going to count on him right away. Like, you don't want to rush him. He's so good and so valuable that I think it'll take a little bit of time for him to get back. But the fact that he's even going to come back, I think, is the victory. So that's a good thing. So, that he'll be back.
Sounds good. ESPN senior NFL insider Adam Schefter joining us here on The Fan. Schefter, sticking with the running back market, and a pretty big contract was handed out yesterday in San Francisco. I know that surprised me just a little bit, just based off of where the market was a year ago. But just talk about where Christian McCaffrey was contract-wise before he signed this new deal, and your thoughts on the money that's coming his way.
Well, listen, you got a situation where that running back is more than a running back. He's a total weapon. He's a receiver. And you could say, well, he's the highest paid running back in the league by a lot, and that's fair, but he deserves to be. On the other hand, he also plays like wide receiver, and he's, one of the lower paid, top producing receivers. So I think they were trying to find a line to fit in there to see where he belonged there. And they came up with this deal where it's a 2-year extension. It averages $19 a year. And he wanted something done. He wanted that contract adjusted. He was pretty resolute on that. And they agreed with him and ultimately in the end did it. And so it worked out well for him and the team.
What does this mean for Brandon Ayuk? Does this put him in a tough spot, or is he still in a situation to where he could come out of this, maybe this offseason, with a new deal?
Oh, it's no relation to Brandon Ayuk at all. Basically, they're two separate situations, and they have to approach them differently. Like, they've had negotiations. Like, when Ayuk's deal, if and when it gets done, whether it's with San Francisco now or another team next year, it's going to be well above Christian McCaffrey. So who's more valuable, Christian McCaffrey or Brandon Ayuk, right? But that's what you're looking at. They're still trying to get Ayuk done. He's not at mandatory minicamp without a new deal. He's staying away. There's still time for the two sides to work it out, but the wide receiver market has kind of exploded, and we'll see how that relates to Ayuk. That impacts him more than Christian McCaffrey's deal.
NFL insider Adam Schefter joining us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Rothman and I live from the Memorial. Schefter, you mentioned the wide receiver market. The Justin Jefferson dollar figure, I'm sure, was eye-opening for some when you see a wideout getting $100+ million guaranteed. Is he going to be the only wide receiver, in your opinion, that gets $100 million guaranteed, or could we be looking at the same thing for Jamar Chase and possibly even CeeDee Lamb?
It's a great question. I think that both guys will do very well. I don't know that anybody's going to beat Justin Jefferson right now. If they can, more power to them. But the Bengals have not been an overly aggressive organization like that. I don't know. I mean, if he beats Jefferson, that'd be impressive, Jamar Chase. He came out and obviously was the high draft pick, has been an unbelievable player, deserves to be paid, is going to be paid. I just don't know if it's going to be north of Jefferson. My guess would be no. I don't think Lamb will be. I think Lamb will be in the low 30s if and when it gets done, but I don't think he's going to reach there.
Down in Miami, I know we've asked you a couple times about Tua Tagovailoa and the possibility of him getting an extension. Is the relationship between Tua and the front office good right now? I know these things, it's hard to, I'm sure for the players, Shefty, sometimes remove your emotions from this, but Tua and the front office of Miami working through this, are all things okay down there on that front?
Well, yeah, it's not an easy deal to do. Like, I think you have to bring in Tua's health, and I think that becomes a part of the conversation on both fronts. If you're the player, you want to head into the season without some of the big money deals that are going around for the quarterback position. Do you want to gamble and wait and try to play through it? And if you're the Dolphins, are you willing to give him the type of guarantee that it's going to take when he's had the history of injuries that he's had? So to me, the Tua deal is a little tricky to get done. Both sides are working to make it happen. Obviously, he deserves to get paid. He's been the focus of their offense, the focus of their team. He's produced. He's been a great player. But I think this is a deal that has a little bit more layers to it than some of the other quarterback deals, and it's a little bit more complicated.
Okay. So a week ago, I watched Darren Waller drop a music video, and that kind of took me down the road of, I don't know if this guy's still locked in to play football. Is he on his way out, Shefty, or does he still have one foot in the game?
Well, the Giants have a mandatory minicamp. We'll see ultimately what he decides to do. I think there are certainly signs pointing to him wrapping it up. We'll see ultimately what he decides. I think the Giants expect that he's going to retire, but he has not made an official decision yet. But to your point, like, if you're playing football and you're going to be doing those kinds of things, are you releasing rap videos and music videos? I don't know. Like, you could, but it seems like he's got some other interests. He's been through a lot. He's had an impressive run here to do everything that he has, and it certainly seems like he has interests outside of football and in moving on, but he has not announced anything just yet.
So, Schefter, I don't think we've talked to you since the interesting news out of Buffalo came down, where it looks like they've brought in Olympic gold medalist Gable Stevenson. How did this come about, and what do you think, what type of impact do you think this guy could make eventually in the NFL?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think he's a project, right? Like, here's a guy that's never played football before, didn't wear cleats until he was on the field working out for the Bills. So I don't think it's realistic for him to make the roster this year, but I do think it's realistic for them. If he shows enough, if he is dedicated enough, he's committed enough to keep him on the practice squad for this year, work with him, and if he develops, then you keep him there for next year on the roster. That to me is more realistic. But he's got to go to camp, show them a few things. Let's see how that works out. But I think that they were intrigued. And look, we've seen other wrestlers make that transition. Stephen Neal in New England made that transition. Carlton Hasselrig once made that transition from wrestling to football. Brock Lesnar tried to do that. And now we're seeing, obviously, Gable Stevenson trying to make the same jump.
Yeah, going to be a very interesting situation. He's our guy, Adam Schefter, the ESPN Senior NFL Insider. Schefty, we appreciate your time as always and looking forward to talking to you next week.
Matty Ice, enjoy the Memorial. Send my regards to all the golfers. Love what they do. Great respect for them. It's a great tournament this weekend at Jack's Place. You're fortunate to be a part of it there.
No doubt, Schefty. We'll hit you up next week, man. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a great week.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Schefty, the ESPN Senior NFL Insider. Coming up next in our Buckeye Bulletin, Will Howard. Who are some of his closest teammates here in Buckeye Country? You'll hear that in the Buckeye Bulletin. It's Rothman and Ice right here on The Fan.
We're the highest-rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
So, you've noticed something wrong with your roof. You don't know where to begin. And the thought of finding the right company to handle this important piece of your home is a bit overwhelming. Let Newman Roofing make it easy for you. First, start with a company who has built a trustworthy reputation for the last 32 years. We've got you covered. Then, when you ask us what makes us different from other roofing companies, we can tell you 3 things: our policies, customer experience, and most importantly, our people. At Newman Roofing, we have a team of professionals that take pride in their work, focusing on making sure every single question you ask gets answered thoroughly and thoughtfully, every step of the way. After all, we're here to support you, so you understand what's going on with your roof and you can make the best decision to fit your needs. Let us be the difference for you. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts has fast. Need them now? We've got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Sunday's the time for brunching with your favorite people. And when they don't invite you, Listen to us instead. Fan Sports Sunday with Tito and DeVere Posey.
Sunday morning starting at 11.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Summer is finally here in Ohio, and the best part about summer is the fresh fruits and vegetables. And the best place to find them, well, it's one of my favorite places to eat. That is Bob Evans, because they're going to make sure they have the farm freshest ingredients right to your plate. They have 3 new salads: the steakhouse salad, the grilled chicken chopped salad, and my favorite, the summer berry salad. Grilled chicken, strawberries, blueberries, pecans, feta cheese, everything you like, it's all there, and it's all fresh and delicious. So go check them out and learn more at bobevans.com.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. The crack of a bat, chorus of birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Let the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team keep you in tune with a spring AC checkup.
You're all set.
Schedule a visit today and stay cool all summer long. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time as we are out here at Memorial, the Pro-Am. All sorts of stars mixing with athletes and actors and all sorts of cool people. And apparently the golf ball almost hit us here at the halfway house. That has to be an amateur.
I think what we have approaching is the group that includes Jordan Spieth. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's not Spiether who just did that, but that would be amazing because that's
Scotty Vegas hopped off his chair and ran over there to take a picture of a golf ball in line in some grass. So I'm not really sure why that was such a big deal to him, but man. Now he's going to wait because he probably thinks it's Spieth. But there is no. I'd be willing to bet. I agree with you. That's 1,000 to 1.
No question.
That ball is Spieth.
No question. Now I'm trying to scout here the group, and I see shorts and I see pants. I don't think that's Spiether in the all black.
Well, maybe he's
with the pants there. I don't think so. So that would be quite the upset for you if Spiether comes down here with shorts.
No, that's okay. Like today, everybody understood that.
Okay, I got you.
But I'm looking to see. He was playing with Cantlay, so I'm wondering if that's Cantlay in that group.
Well, you're kind of the security guard for Cantlay.
Yeah, front nine is Cantlay. Spieth played the back, I think.
Well, after last year, when you and I got done with the show and we were walking around and some guys were complaining about Cantlay's pace of play, you were ready to hit somebody with the people's elbow.
It's just like, give him a break. You know what?
I think the two words were, some guy said, God, Cantlay takes forever to play an AR out of nowhere. Who cares?
All right.
I thought we were getting arrested that day.
I thought that's the line of the day. I thought we were getting arrested. Scotty Schefter style. All right, set this up for me.
Yeah, we've been so Bobby Carpenter, our guy, the general. You know, he's all over the place doing some really good things in the media realm. And on the Bobby Carpenter show, he had Will Howard on. And so, Will, you're about to hear a clip of maybe a teammate or two, or maybe even more than that, and some guys that he's become pretty close with since coming to Columbus.
I think definitely the group of guys that I came in with, that I transferred in with, I became really close with just because we were kind of all going through the same thing. You know, Seth McLaughlin, Quinshawn, Will Kazmarek, all three of those guys, I would say I'm really tight with. And then I'd say outside of that, Devin and Lincoln, those guys are two of my best friends on the team. I spend a lot of time with them. We all live in the same apartment complex. We hang out a lot. But, yeah, I think those transfer guys, we really leaned on each other, and, especially when we first got here because, at least for me at Kansas State, when I went in, I kind of the group of guys that still to this day are my core group of friends are the guys that I came in with, and the class that you come in with. Obviously when you transfer, you don't have that. So you got to kind of cling to a couple people. And I feel like, I'm really close with a lot of people, but honestly, those transfer guys and I did become really close. And I think, leaned on each other a lot in that tough transition time.
This guy is ready to go. It's his 5th and final year. Whether or not he becomes the leader of Ohio State football and he's the guy leading the last team standing is yet to be seen. He's never played an Ohio State-Michigan game. He's never played in the horseshoe. The pressure of leading this program, the tradition, and where they are right now, trying to flip the script on the rival and then finish the whole damn thing. He's got the experience. That's what they tapped into. Every time he talks, I love listening to him because he's just dripping with maturity. But his journey is a very interesting one. And he's a guy that had to fight through adversity too, right? And he's backed up guys. He's waited for his time. He's tried to cash in. And you just hear the humility in his voice.
Yeah, man. You mentioned humility. You mentioned maturity. And, I think those words have a chance to spill over to the football field if he's going to be the guy. And for a team that's going to hear so much of you guys can win it all or you should be winning it all, you can be kind of that calming presence for your guys, or maybe even, some of the young guys are going to be asked to do some things to say, hey, let's just stay focused on the task at hand. Yes, we have the talent to get that done, but for a guy like Will Howard, he's going to come in and be able to galvanize that locker room in a positive way and get those guys ready to rock and roll each and every day, but more importantly, out there on Saturdays in front of 100,000 plus.
They got a lineup of quarterbacks, how they stack up, who's going to get the time, who's going to get some mop-up time maybe in the early game so they can feel like if they have to go to a guy, he'll be ready. But we talked about 5 quarterbacks competing for a starting job. How real was that competition, or how real will it be? And everyone, I think to a man, especially in the media, we'd all be so surprised if Howard isn't the guy that emerges as the starter at the end of this camp. That's not to say that Devin Brown can't go out there and steal it. He could, or just wait his time if Howard's not clicking right. But he just has that leadership vibe to him.
Yeah, no question. And that's what you get, and that's what you want when you have other, or not even really, well, yeah, you've got a bunch of other leaders, too, on both sides of the ball. And this team just seems that it's going to have so much veteran presence. And I think outside of the talent, you're going to be able to have a team that's not going to get spooked by the moment of going into Eugene or maybe having to gut out a tough, game late in the fourth quarter where it wasn't expecting to be a tight game. Those guys have played a lot of football. They've been there, done that. So there shouldn't be a bunch of body shock or guys getting out of whack mentally this year.
Nobody's fast-forwarding this season away, believe me, but they are on it for 2025. And running back Lamar, go ahead and call me Bo Jackson,
okay,
a 4-star prospect, the number 5 running back in 24/7's composite rankings, announced he is committing to The Ohio State University. And it was a big-time brawl for him. All these programs wanted him. Bama wanted him. Georgia wanted him. And certainly decided on Scarlet and Gray. And not only, the name is unbelievable. I mean, the fact that he wants to be called Bo and that's his guy, that's awesome. So, I like paying homage back to the 80s.
Yeah,
so,
man.
If he turns out to be a percentage of Bo, then they got something.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? It seems like he's a stud. Great for Coach Lachlan and also for this recruiting class in 2025. Quick look at 24/7 Sports. Notre Dame in the clubhouse right now in the country, but they've got 21 commits. Ohio State coming in second right now with 13. So Coach Day and his staff doing some really good things.
All right, that is today's Buckeye Bulletin. All right, see a lot of guys rolling around here, guys in their 30s, 40s, 50s, older, and may not have the energy they want. Maybe they're going to peter out, Maddie, by 3 o'clock today. Who knows? If they don't have that, it could be low testosterone. Low T affects millions of guys, probably a lot of them out here, and it happens naturally. The solution, testosterone replacement therapy. Recommended Low T Center now for a while to get your levels tested. Quick test. Results are fast. Here's the reason why I'm pushing it today. Low T Center is offering a free initial test. So if you want to know where you land on that scale, and if you're a guy and you're over 30, schedule that visit at lowtcenter.com. That offer is good till July 6th. That's lowtcenter.com. Terms and conditions apply. When we come back, the ultimate bridesmaid. He's been kicking down the door for a while. He's done it here, but he doesn't have that handshake to go along with that milkshake. And I'm talking about Rickie Fowler. He will join the program on the other side of a Sports Center update. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. columbusmensclinic.com. Book your appointment now.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Hi, this is Bob Capacci. Worthington Jewelers has done it again. Come see our new collection of Glock watches at Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
Open your door to a beautiful Nature Stone basement floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. June only, we're making huge deals for Dad with savings up to 50% off any basement or indoor floor. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. You know, I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. You know, basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Memorial Tournament gets underway at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning at Jack's Place. The Fan will be live out there all weekend long from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow and Friday, then 9 a.m. to 1 on Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 4 on Sunday. Former Buckeye center Corey Lindsley has been released by the Los Angeles Chargers. Lindsley, who was a Pro Bowler and a 3-year team captain, is expected to retire. The Reds looking to win their 4th straight and sweep the Rockies in Colorado at 3:10 this afternoon. Graham Ashcraft versus Dakota Hudson, the pitching matchup. 6:40 tonight, the Guardians play Game 2 of their series against Kansas City at Progressive Field. Nick Sandlin starts for Cleveland. Brady Singer for the Royals. This one's sponsored by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news as it happens on The Fan.
The fan guys think they're good at golf, but putt-putt doesn't count, so we're at the Memorial.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. The Fan.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Maxima Concrete. Visit MaximaConcrete.com today to schedule your free estimate.
All right, welcome back, Rothman and Ice. One of the more outstanding days you'd ever want to be have at the Memorial. And if you're lucky enough to be out here and watching these guys roll through with the pros, because it really is the who's who of all the pros, with Rory playing and Jordan Spieth and Scheffler and Jason Day and Rickie Fowler and others, but intermixed with all of them, Peyton Manning, the actor Chris Pratt, Buster Posey, the all-star catcher, is out here from the Giants, shoe-in Hall of Famer, Steve Young, Hall of Famer in the NFL, Rob Lowe, the actor, you heard that earlier, Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, I got bodied by some kids trying to get
what happened? Why did you let that happen?
Because, the guilt really started to kick in, and Andre, he seemed like a great guy. Okay. I think we're going to make it. And
that
it looks like
was
we are
somewhere
okay.
in the F-14 area, I think.
Wow. That was something. But, yeah, I got bodied by some kids when it came to Andre Iguodala. It was surprising to see that many Warrior fans out here, Golden State Warrior fans out here, since we're in Ohio. We know the Cavs and Warriors had some big-time battles back in the day. But, no, honestly, when I was approaching Andre, he kept saying, AR, where are the little ones? Where are the little ones? So it was all about the kids. Uncle Andre loved the kids. So, unfortunately, I couldn't land Andre Iguodala for us because I wanted to get a little finals preview from the big fella, but his focus was where it should be, and that's taking care of the kids.
Matty, let the unacceptable candidates worry about that. You can't worry when you have a job to do.
I would have felt so bad. The amount of Iggy that I heard when he got close to me, I would have felt horrible.
Get involved in that and say Iggy, and you could have done it.
Well, I am kind of short enough. He may have looked at me like a kid. He is about 6'8".
What about the beard? Would that have thrown him off?
That probably would.
Would he have asked for a birth certificate?
I don't know if I could get my Rickie Almonte. You remember Rickie Almonte? That story?
Yes, that's what I mean. Would have asked for a birth certificate. By the way, the fact that I think Ghost Rider was just requesting a flyby over here, I'm still a little shook by the pattern being full. And that whatever that F-14 Tomcat that whizzed over our heads here at the
halfway house. I wasn't really sure whether or not that was like Thanos and his goons coming down to find another Infinity Stone or what. But part of me thought in my brain that this was the end of times, that was going to be it. If I got to spend it with you and Scotty Vegas out here with Peyton Manning and Steve Young, it wouldn't be a bad way to go out.
Yeah. The speed of sound, I think we heard it before we saw it, and then we heard it again as it left. That was something.
Yeah.
Where was I? That's I don't even know what I was talking about. That's probably the first time I've ever experienced a flyover like that, a fighter jet here at Muirfield.
It's unfortunate we didn't get to see it because we're under this kind of awning here in these trees, but we definitely heard it. That's for sure.
Man. All right, so we're positioned at the halfway house here off the 9th green at Memorial, and so we have Jack's Carp that are protecting us. We had security detail. We had our personal chef today. It's been outstanding. And then one of the guys that came through is, I think, one of the more popular guys on tour, and that is Rickie Fowler. Now, if you go back, Rickie Fowler was the number 1 ranked amateur golfer in the world for 36 weeks back in 07 and 08. And then he got to the official world golf rankings. He got up to number 4. And so we've seen him become an absolute overnight sensation at Oklahoma State, and he wore all the orange creamsicle outfits on Sunday, like Tiger wears red. He was wearing orange for Oak State, and just a really, really cool guy who came out. He's always been with Puma, so he's really easily identifiable. But the interesting thing about his career is that he's won a half a dozen times out here, yet he has this, I think he's been second in 3 majors. I think I had him second in all, but I think he was third in the PGA. But he was second in the Masters. He's finished second in the Open, second at the British, and he's finished, unfortunately, second here when he was just a star coming out at 20, 21 years of age. But he is now still top 50. And remember, he had such a chance at the U.S. Open when Wyndham Clark won it. That was the one in L.A. Everybody thought he'd get it there. So I do think, Matty, he does own the title of best golfer without a major. It feels that way. And I know some people won't say that because he doesn't have the amount of wins that some guys have that don't have a major. But I just feel like maybe it's the star power that's leading the way for me on that.
Yeah, no doubt, right? And it's always a tough club to be in. We've seen, guys from other realms of sports, be in that same club, the Charles Barkleys of the world. But that doesn't take away from the talent. And we know when Rickie's locked in, he is really capable of being one of the best guys. You mentioned the finishes, and if he puts it all together this weekend, won't be surprised if he's right there in the mix. Did the crust stash look okay? Do we have the crust stash?
Dick Fowler, PI.
Yeah, how's that working?
I don't think he had it. The COVID year one was unbelievable when we were out here. I didn't sense that he was the private investigator, Dick Fowler, today. And by the way, the other guy that just got the major off his back was Xander.
You could see it. When that putt went in on 18, you could see just the weight that was lifted off his shoulders, because you hear from athletes, like, once you get one, the tunnel vision is on, and you can go into these big-time tournaments or big-time games and not feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. Yeah, so for the X-Man, that was great to see, and hopefully Rickie can find himself in that exact same scenario sooner rather than later.
I feel like your boy Hovland might sneak into that if he doesn't start.
Okay.
Doesn't get one, because I think everyone thinks he has enough talent to get one done.
Yeah.
But got a chance to climb the hill, as they say here at Muirfield, with Rickie Fowler. And here's a little walk and talk to 10.
Welcome back. That you love this place. Tied for 9th last year, second in your first year. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's always a good spot to get back to, especially if we can get through the little bit of storms today, and then it looks good the rest of the week. So that's rare to not have any storms tournament days out here.
Why does this course seem to fit you so well?
It's fairly generous off the tee, and then very much a second shot golf course. Pretty demanding. I think it requires your attention and focus. So I feel like I've putted the greens well here is another thing that helps. So we've always enjoyed coming to playing here.
You got a favorite hole, or one you find more difficult than others?
Let's see. 12 here is always a kind of a love-hate. It's a good little hole. You hit a good shot and you get rewarded, but there's plenty of others that can happen.
You got the orange laid out for Sunday?
We got some color, yeah. Hopefully we'll worry about the first 2 days. There is a small cut here, so
that's right.
Plan to get past that first.
I was thinking positive for you.
Yeah.
All right, well done. It's great to have you back. You're such a fan favorite. I'm sure these people in Columbus love seeing you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Rickie Fowler with us for that short jaunt from 9 green to 10 tee. And we mentioned earlier, you go all the way back 14 years ago in 2010, he was a runner-up here at Memorial. And he went into the final round and shot 73 and finished behind Justin Rose, and that was his first PGA Tour victory. In fact, that was my first summer at the Fan, was that year, was 2010 when Justin Rose won it. And now, that performance when Fowler was 21 years old, and he finished second here, launched him in the top 50 in the official World Golf ranking. That fall, he signed the big deal with Puma, and the rest is history. So, and by the way, he's the captain's pick for the Ryder Cup that year. So at 21, not even 22, he was the youngest U.S. Ryder Cup player all time. And so he's that guy. And I think everyone roots for him. He's got just a sweet swing. He's been out here forever, so it's not nerves, it's not that. But as you age, even Harris English said it to us. He's like, I'm starting to think I'm in my mid-30s. The talent is so good out here. How many opportunities am I really going to have? I wonder, and that was probably not the time to ask him because he was going to tee off there. But now he is 35, and it's to the point where can he get himself back in the mix like he did in L.A. not long ago?
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because Harris was talking about just the mental part of the game, and it was great that he gave us a little bit of a, peek behind the curtain of what it takes to just – you need to have the ability to move on, and I know that could be easier said than done, and I'm sure in this tournament and obviously the majors, the mental hurdles that you go through shot after shot, especially some of the bad ones, I'm sure it's got to be tough to overcome that. Rickie, if I have this correct, are we talking both Rickie Fowler and Victor Hovland, Oklahoma State Cowboys?
That's right.
They got to get themselves a major. Who is the best university? Who is known? I know Tiger went to golf, but in the collegiate ranks, who's pumped out the most guys?
Maybe?
Texas?
Scheffler, Spieth.
Okay.
I mean, Justin Thomas is Bama. There's Bama guys out. You talked about the SEC.
I just didn't know if there was one stamped program where they were, because we talk so much about college football in our neck of the woods, right? Ohio State, Georgia, these programs that just send so much NFL talent to the league. And I was just curious whether or not in the golfing world, is there somebody that's really, laid it down on the table, if you will, to say we're the program around here.
I mean, Scheffler and Spieth, both from UT, that's pretty strong. I'd have to go back and see who else would have that. Bryson, now he's on LIV, but he's an SMU guy, so I'll have to go back. That's a great question.
I just didn't know if there may not even be one. It may be spread out. I'm curious what that would look like. But, for Rickie and for Vic especially, two guys that are absolutely easy to root for over at Bet365. Our guy Harry English that stopped by, he's at 80-1. And I can't find Rickie right now, but hopefully our guy Harris can get rolling and climb his way up to that leaderboard. Our guy Scotty Vegas is on site. We never got his pick. Scotty, who are we rolling with this weekend?
I think he's sharing mine.
Is he rolling with you on this?
We're going to tandem jump out of the plane. One parachute.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah. And at 14-1,
I like it.
Just been playing so well.
Yeah.
I mean, right in it at Augusta. Had a great chance at the PGA Championship. Yeah, I love the value. He plays well here. He won the workday. Yeah, it's hard to go against Morikawa. And I think the value. It's hard to go not Scotty, right? At plus 350, though. The value's just not there.
Scotty's just
It's no fun. It's not. I mean, listen, winning money's fun. Everyone would tell you that. But you'd have to put up enough to make that really interesting. And Scotty and I like interesting bets. Mm-hmm. You want to feel something. You want to feel a little anxiety on Sunday. And if you gave me the field against Scheffler, I'm taking the field all day. If you're narrowing it down to one guy that I have to take outside of him, you've taken Thigala and I've taken Colin Morikawa. We've taken guys that have played well out here and seem to be in pretty good form. So you like to check both those boxes. Now, you can go deep down the rabbit hole of analytics and strokes gained, this, that, and the other. And a lot of guys do that and try to find a formula. There's all these things on the internet where this formula predicted this winner of 5 times in a row, whatever. I don't know if I'm necessarily buying that, Scotty.
So it's funny because out here, guys, have been some of my favorite betting wins of all time. Okay, I remember the butterflies that I had watching Bryson DeChambeau play in the playoff a couple years ago, and he won, and that was a big payday. But perhaps the best betting story I've ever had was also out here, where I had Patrick Cantlay on the year where John Rahm had a huge lead going into the final round. And he's walking off, and I immediately see on CBS Jim Nantz, and they're starting to talk about it. They're like, oh, my gosh, Rahm is going to have to drop out of this thing. And so I immediately, as quickly as possible, throw the kid off the lap, that kind of thing, grab the phone, and immediately get in on Patrick Cantlay, who ends up winning, and so that was a big payday.
The other thing he didn't tell you is that when I was standing last year next to Denny McCarthy's fiance and mom or dad, and he's got money on Hovland, and I didn't know that, and he was just relishing the fact that Hovland won right next to the celebrating, almost doing cartwheels in front of the family. They just lost. Their guy just lost in a playoff.
I didn't know that was McCarthy's girlfriend. Okay, but I was in on Hovland too. So I've had some great betting moments. Let's do it again with Morikawa.
I don't like that my Thigala odds have gone from 40-1 to 45-1. I don't like that.
Can I tell you why?
Why don't you like it? Actually, better odds for you.
What does Vegas know? You always tell me Vegas knows something that I don't know.
I'm saying maybe you can win more money.
So, Matty, I was on Thigala last week. He had been playing well, and then last week he had an awful week. I think he missed the cut last week, and so that's why you're getting a little bit more value.
Okay, I'm going to stick with it, but I don't like that.
Listen, he's a swashbuckler out here, man. He swings. Yeah. Sometimes he doesn't know where it's going. He's an athlete.
I don't think he has a win yet, though. Right? So this would be his first win, and this is a big place to ask him for that first win.
Sure.
It's a big ballpark, too. That's for sure. But he's ready for it. All right, we'll come back. Marcus Spears on Aaron Rodgers and the season he expects. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
Ma, the meatloaf!
The Fan.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. It is almost that time for Columbus's biggest golf event of the year.
Yep, the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino is giving away all sorts of prizes for their Memorial Wager and Win drawings on Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m.
When?
Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m.
You can win fabulous prizes like Memorial Tournament tickets, golf clubs, and more now until June 6th.
Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Common Man and T-Bone.
What was the thing that Anthony Gonzalez used to sleep in? Hyperbolic chamber?
Hyperbolic would be a chamber that's like, way to sleep! Oh my God!
Hyperbaric chamber.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Bath Authority. You spend a ton of time in your bathroom, and if you're trying to ignore your old, outdated bath or shower or that mold and mildew along with the broken tiles, you got to call my friends at the Bath Authority. The Bath Authority provides the highest quality bathroom remodeling products along with a world-class customer experience. And all Bath Authority products are 100% made in the USA, and they can be installed in as little as 1 day by certified factory technicians. TheBathAuthority.com. A better bath awaits.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Beech leaf disease is contributing to the significant decline of beech trees. Since its discovery, BLD has spread rapidly in the northeastern United States. Beech leaf disease first presents itself as banding between the veins of the leaves and progresses to canopy decline. There are several products that have proven to be effective at controlling beech leaf disease that are labeled for use in Ohio. For more information, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Tracking showers and storms arriving later on today. The cloud cover will keep things cooler, going 80 for the high temperature this afternoon. Showers and storms wrap up late this evening. Tonight we're looking dry with lows dipping down to the upper 60s. Cooler and less humid on your Thursday. We will have more sunshine tomorrow with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Doppler 10 meteorologist Dylan Robichaud on 97.1 The Fan.
Bet365 is the exclusive online sportsbook of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by the Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, back with Memorial Pre-Snap Reads, Rothman and Ice. Remember we talked a lot about betting. We always do. But from everything you've read and seen and heard, Aaron Rodgers is recovered. The ruptured Achilles is repaired. He's 40 years old, and he was back at Jets OTAs. So most of the experts believe that a healthy Aaron Rodgers can be the missing piece. That's what he was signed to do. That's what he wants to be. And what last year proved is that Nathaniel Hackett only seems to be a pretty good offensive coordinator when Aaron is on the field. Like, you need that guy. And so all of a sudden, and this is, no one's giving disrespect to, Tyrod Taylor or all that, but Aaron Rodgers is a difference maker. You told me you heard Marcus Spears talk about this.
Yeah, Marcus Spears, a.k.a. the Big Swagoo, was talking on ESPN NFL Live about his expectations for the Jets in 2024.
I don't get too enamored with the number of 11 versus 11. If it was anybody that was born to throw a damn football elite, it was Aaron Rodgers. Like, he'll be able to throw it when he's 65 and go 8 for 10 in 11 versus 11. Trust me, he'll be able to do that. But the good thing is building this rapport, as he talked about with Garrett Wilson, this newly minted offensive line that they have, being back in the facility around the guys, but more importantly, reassuring himself that the Achilles is doing well, being able to bounce around, some sudden pocket movement, things that you can actually work on to see if you can push off. He went through a rigorous rehab. He's back on the field with the New York Jets, and you can re-rack everything we said about the expectations for this team that we had last year, outside of having some real questions about the offensive line. Now, the health is going to be the thing that we illuminate with this football team. If they stay healthy, will be a prelude to probably every analysis that before the season starts. But I'll go with them being healthy and them being formidable guys to make it to the AFC Championship and potentially get to a Super Bowl if Aaron Rodgers is the Aaron Rodgers that we all expect him to be.
I completely agree. I've liked the way they look on paper. I love their value right now to win it all. And I know the AFC is a gauntlet. It absolutely is going to be a beast again. But at 25-1 with what I think they can be as a team, I'm all in, AR, because you laid it out well, man. We know what A-Rod is all about when he's right, but I also think in the same way we're talking about Ohio State this year and how good their defense is going to be, and maybe the quarterbacks won't be asked to do too much to be Superman all the time, I think that's going to be the case with the Jets. Robert Saleh, we know, is a defensive guy. He came over from San Francisco as a defensive coach, and now that defense comes back again as a really good defense the way that they were last year. And think about how many snaps that they had to play last year because of how inept their offense was with Zach Wilson and some of those guys that were struggling. So the key to all of this is something Marcus Spears said. If they can hold up front, they brought in a couple vets, they spent a high first-round draft pick on a tackle this year as well. That's the key to all of it, because if that unit does their thing, I just don't see how this Jets team won't have a bunch of success this year.
Hassan Reddick, right? They got him.
That's a huge
for
pickup.
the Eagles. That's, when you're talking about the difference maker for you, that may be for me. They wanted a veteran edge rusher when Huff left, and I didn't expect them to make a deal for a two-time Pro Bowler who has been obviously right there in sacks for the league the last 4 years. It's a big deal because they already had John Franklin Myers, and they paid him a lot, and they had Jermaine Johnson starting on the edge. So now you got a third option who can get elite after the quarterback.
And Big Dog, to your point, and you got Quinnen Williams, who was just a monster in the middle of that defensive line. So they're going to be punching people in the mouth a lot. And just you flip it back to offense, another question mark I think for a lot of us is, what are they going to get out of Mike Williams? Is he going to be healthy and available? Because if you get that big-time
$15 million.
Yeah, they put a lot on his plate financially, correct. Yeah. So very similar to the deal Odell got from Baltimore last year. I think it was 1 year for 15, but Mike Williams has shown us, hey, I can be a huge down-the-field threat. I can pop off for those 40-yard catches, 50-yard catches, and if that is going to open things up underneath for Garrett Wilson, who I think has a chance to lead all receivers in receiving yards this year, watch out. And I'm curious to see the former Buckeye and Jeremy Rucker. I was reading some stuff on him the other day, that he's starting to maybe put some things together. So everybody loves Breece Hall, The Jets look good on paper, but they looked good on paper last year until they didn't 4 snaps into the season.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, you're looking at this all from a health standpoint. They are very good, and the division's gettable. We know there'll be a lot of competition in the division, but it's very gettable now. And the Williams thing coming off a torn ACL, you're hopeful he's ready to start the season. All of a sudden, I mean, it backfires, certainly, if he has a setback. You pay a guy $15 million or something worth up to that incentive-wise. But you're right. If now you have Garrett Wilson, he can draw coverage attention away from anybody. He's also a red zone threat. And you grab Mike Williams, who was a 1,000-yard twice guy. Yeah. But is he the same guy? We'll see. But I agree with you. That signing is a pretty good. I give that a high grade.
You know who else I'm curious to see how they, infuse him into the offense is a guy we watched against the Buckeyes last year, Malachi Corley. Remember, I think he played for Western Kentucky last year. They got him. You're hearing that maybe he can do some Debo-ish stuff for them, and he had a decent day against Ohio State. Real quick, you mentioned the division. Bills leading the charge right now, plus 160. Dolphins at plus 180. You can get the Jets at plus 220 at the moment. I like that. I like it a lot.
I think any time you get Aaron Rodgers as some sort of figurative underdog, it usually goes well. But, I understand the people who don't have the guts to go all in on him because of his age and the injury now. They do start out at San Francisco, so we're going to find out pretty early.
It's a revenge game from him.
Yeah.
Cali boy.
Chico, California, going back. They got to go to Pittsburgh this year. They'll go to San Francisco. They'll go to Jacksonville, and that's the big out of division games. But so far, I think a pretty gettable schedule with New England, Denver, the Vikes, Tennessee early, so they could get off to a pretty good start, especially if they win that opener. They knock off San Francisco, those odds plummet.
Statement game.
I might be willing to wait, watch them lose that game, and then catch them maybe grab it a little better there. Yeah. All right. Those are your pre-snap reads for today. All right, we visit next with a guy who was top 10 last year. He was top 12 at the Masters. Who is this kid? Find out next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
If you're starting your day any other way, you're doing it wrong. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
Don't miss a minute of the action on the diamond with ESPN Bet. The exclusive sportsbook of ESPN is the only place to find offers and promotions from your favorite ESPN shows and personalities, including daily odds boost and home run specials all season long. New users can get a bet reset up to $1,000 in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. Download ESPN Bet today. What a play. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Schottenstein Roofing. Go to SchottensteinRoofing.com.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store. We do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
Hi, this is Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. As a local family-owned business, we understand the importance of celebrating the ones we love. Stop in to find the perfect gift or check us out online at worthingtonjewelers.com.
Bishop and Friends.
It is a big deal that you have a home and away with 3 Big Ten teams, and 2 of the 3 are Maryland and Nebraska. Who is protecting Ohio State's house?
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Ready to be the change and have a positive impact on your community? Consider joining the Columbus Division of Police. Starting pay is $70,000 plus, growing to 6 figures after 4 years of service. We offer paid vacations, paid holidays, and health insurance. Do you aspire to complete your degree? We offer 100% tuition reimbursement after you complete your first year of service. Contact the CPD recruiting unit at jobs@columbuspolice.org or apply online at columbus.gov/government/jobs. The City of Columbus is an equal opportunity employer.
The delicious ice-cold taste of Dr. Pepper has a lasting effect on people. Lindsay from Sacramento said,
Pro tip, 40 degrees is the perfect temperature for an ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
why is 40 degrees the perfect temperature for Dr. Pepper? We brought in Sue from Duluth, Minnesota to tell us.
Oh, yeah, I know a thing or two about cold. Oh, that right there is the perfect kind of ice cold for Dr. Pepper. I'd share that with my friend Nancy. She likes Dr. Pepper, too, you know. My coldest...
All right, that'll be all, Sue. Having a perfect temperature for your Dr. Pepper? It's a Pepper thing. Inspired by real fan posts.
Don't miss the hot deals at the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale. 2 locations, Poth Road in Whitehall and Hebron Road in Heath. Save up to 80% on truckloads of floors and more, including tile starting at 19 cents a square foot. Find a massive selection of laminate, luxury vinyl, and carpet, all drastically reduced. Everything for your next project. 24-month financing is available with approved credit. Hurry, the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale ends June 5th. Dealers welcome.
Reggie was a nurse for 16 years.
I had become very burnt out. I wasn't making good money.
Then it happened.
There was an ad for My Computer Career, and it just spoke to me.
My Computer Career was the best decision he ever made.
I could study anywhere from my laptop, and I was working in the first couple of weeks of me being in class.
Reggie hit a home run.
The field is teeming with jobs.
Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
The school is amazing.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Finding the sweet spot between the over and the under. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, outstanding to be out here at Muirfield Village Golf Club, and a guy that's having a great season, tied for 12th at the Masters, and I think he was top 10 here last year. I don't want to bury the lead. He was 7th last year at Jack's house, and this is your 4th Memorial. It is Adam Schenk. Welcome back.
Thank you guys for having me on, and happy to be back.
This is a course that really rewards that second shot, right? Jack gives you the generous fairways. If you're off the fairways, you're in trouble because for Sam's, it's like sand wedge sideways. But give me your just take on the overall course difficulty and what you like about it.
Yeah, you said it. You said it best. It's get and play off the tee, have to be in the fairway, and then it allows you to make some birdies if you're playing good golf, and then if you're not playing good golf, you can really get exposed, which, that's the definition of a good golf course. Reward good shots, punish bad shots, and that's what this course does almost as good as any course in the world, I feel like.
So let's take it off the course. This tourney's known for the milkshakes around these parts for the golfers. Are you a big milkshake guy when you do come to this track? And if so, what is your milkshake of choice?
Yes, you have to get milkshakes when you come here. I do 2 or 3 a week. I could do 2 a day, but then my pants stop fitting as well by the weekend. But I usually just go with the Buckeye. They kind of have them pre-made because the line, if you're ordering something specific, can take forever. So I usually just grab one of the ones they have to go with the Buckeye. Maybe it's got peanut butter, chocolate, banana, and maybe some whey protein or something. But they're amazing. They are as good as advertised. Maybe even better than Chick-fil-A, which has good ones as well.
Adam Schenk with us here at Memorial. All right, so you play in these pro-ams. Let's be honest. No one's listening. Do you like them? Do you hate them? How do you feel about playing with amateurs?
I like the 9-and-9 format. I think it's best for everybody because they get 2 pros. They can either, hey, we play with these 2 guys, they're awesome, we're going to root for them, or hey, this one guy was a real a-hole, but we got a new pro in the back nine that we really like. And we spend 2 or 3 hours out, 2.5 hours with them on the course. When you're spending 5 hours, it's fine. It's something it's part of it we have to do, and we have to play until pro-am. But then that makes for obviously a longer week for us being out here for 18 holes and then 18 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I think the 9-and-9 format is best for everyone involved. And the pros love playing a 9-9 format. When you have 18 holes, that's when you have a little more complaining.
Do you look away from the amateur swing? You don't want that mental image. You just try to stay to yourself or give them advice. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I'll help them. I'll give them advice. I don't know if it helps them or hurts them more sometimes, but if they ask for it, because it gets a little tricky when you give unsolicited advice sometimes, and sometimes you can give them a tip that you know is going to work, but sometimes if they ask for it, you can give them something that, hey, this might work right now, or it's a little experimental, but it might also make you worse. So don't, if it doesn't work within a day or so, or 5 or 10 shots, then stop doing it. But most of the people we play with in pro-ams are really awesome people, pretty good golfers most of the time. I had a great group today, and it went pretty fast.
You're a Purdue guy, correct?
Yes.
How are you feeling about the football program and all of those things happening? Because as you know, the Big Ten is changing going into 2024.
Yeah, I'm excited for Ryan Balters, his second year. He's got a tough job, and he is going to build a team this year that's going to compete in a lot of games, knock off a few teams you're not supposed to beat, give yourself a chance at the end of the year to maybe, I don't know how they've rearranged the conferences. There's no more like East and West divisions, I don't think. I know, competing with the Ohio States, the Michigans, the Wisconsin, that's always going to be a tall task, but I know there's some changes coming up with the NCAA as well, and how all the NIL stuff maybe works. So it'd be interesting to see how that all shakes out. But I always get excited for football season. Absolutely.
One of the best guys out here, Adam Schenk, played really well here last year. He's a guy you might want to think about picking this year. And as Maddie said, he's a Boilermaker, so that's cool. He knows I'm IU. He's not holding that against me. But there is a rivalry there. And you were part, if I do my math correctly, the Danny Hope years, or no? When were you?
Yes.
Ooh, those were not great.
Well, it was Danny Hope, I think, was there for 1 year. And then we had Daryl Hazel came in for the other 3 years, and then maybe 2 years after that.
Okay. How do you recall your sporting fandom when you were at Purdue as a student?
Freshman year football was pretty good. I think they made a bowl game. Seems like they played the Motor City Bowl a lot of years. And it sounds simpler than not, but it's tough to play in a bowl game, winning half your games or more. And I think when Hope left, Hazel came in, and for whatever reason they struggled and didn't win a lot of games. Basketball was phenomenal. I remember being in a basketball game my freshman year. We were preseason number 1, and maybe the first practice or open gym, Robbie Hummel goes down. So then everyone at the football game, kind of news spread, and a lot of people left. So we were probably losing. But I remember everyone just being so sad and upset because maybe we fell to like 8 or something. But we had a real shot to win a national championship that year, and then Hummel went down. But that was the biggest air being taken out of the balloon when I was in school, and it happened like the first month or two.
Had a good run here with the big fella, with Zach Edey. That was fun.
Yes, phenomenal. I'm a huge Purdue sports fan, especially football, but especially basketball. And gosh, what a phenomenal player he turned out to be. Painter, death taxes, and I saw someone post on Twitter yesterday, death taxes and Painter having someone at 7'3". I think he's got another 7'2" or 3 or 4 guy coming in a year or two. He just looks like an absolute monster. And Zach Edey, he's just so big. Other teams would just, okay, we can't stop him, so we'll foul him every time down the floor, and they'll only call it sometimes. It's simple. It's what you have to do, and that's what teams did.
Yeah, everybody in this part of the country thinks he camps out in the lane too much. But I can't imagine if you get golf clubs to fit that guy, but that would be fun to see him out on a golf course.
That would be. I'm sure he plays a little bit. I know they did something with the golf team and football team or basketball team where they had like a 2-2. I don't know if he was part of that, but what size golf clubs do you need?
Who knows?
2 inches extended? 3 inches? I have no idea.
All right, I'll do a little rapid fire before we let Adam Schenk get on with his day here. Strangest thing you've ever seen on a golf course?
Well, this is a good one. This is Thomas Aiken, which he played on the European Tour a lot, I believe. We were playing Corn Ferry Finals, Victoria National. Actually, that's a lie. Let me start over. Corn Ferry in the spring, not part of the finals. He throws his putter over the back of a par 3 green, number 5, let's call it. I don't know if that's exactly the hole. Might be 6. Tumble down the hill, goes in the water. And it is 38 degrees, and he took off all his clothes down to his underwear, crawls in the water, up to his neck and gets it, and his caddy's like holding his hand, dipping him in, because his caddy's like, I'm not going to get in that. And then he shivered so heavily on the way in, and he actually played okay, maybe made a couple bogeys, a couple pars coming in, and then got in the pro shop, bought a change of clothes, and finished his round. But, I mean, seeing him in the water almost up to his neck, fishing his Scotty Cameron putter out. So he threw it kind of hard right. And if you've played Victoria, you know the hole I'm talking about, over water, water right, water left. And it just kind of tumbled, hit the bag, and made it tumble a couple more rolls of the club rotation, and down the hill it went into the water.
So it wasn't intentional for the water. I'll tell you what, any other club but the putter, probably he lets go.
Leaves it.
Absolutely. If you're a golfer, you know that. Celebrity you would like to golf with?
Tom Brady.
That would be a good one.
Tiger Woods.
Okay. Well, you might be able to pull that off, potentially.
I'm going to need to start playing better golf, and then maybe that'll happen.
Best sports movie. What's your number one?
I mean, Happy Gilmore's up there.
Yep.
Bagger Vance. Greatest game ever played.
Okay, so all golf.
All golf.
Caddyshack doesn't make your top three. It's old school.
Old school. I love Caddyshack. There's obviously a little different different mood there, but there's a lot of them. What's a great sports? Remembering the Titans, another one of my favorites.
Maddie's big favorite.
Might be my favorite.
Yeah. All right, last one. You only get to play one course the rest of your life. Which one is it?
This one comes really close, but it was always Pebble before, but playing in my first Masters, the Masters.
Incredible.
Augusta National.
Yeah, that's a special one. Everybody dreams of it. The only guys that can get on are the guys that earned it. Adam Schenk, you earned it last year, tied for 7th. You're going to be looking for big things, maybe a handshake with that milkshake. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be very cool.
Thanks,
cool.
my man.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Good luck to you. Thanks for spending time with us. What a cool dude. Root for him. Root him on. Tell him you heard him on The Fan this week. That's Adam Schenk. We're back. Rothman and Ice on The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Diamonds Direct has done it again. This month only, get ready for an offer you can't resist. Buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right, a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet will not last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Schottenstein Roofing. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Concerned about your investment's rate of return? Let us show you exactly how your portfolio is performing. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
Tee to Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we'll get you all set for the weekend at Muirfield Village. We'll hear from some of the leaders at the memorial, plus Dave Shedlowski of Golf Digest.
Tee to Green with Skip Mosick, presented by X Golf. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
I don't want to go to bed at night dreading waking up in the morning knowing that I'm going to feel like a rusty lawn chair, getting out of bed and getting opened up and not being able to really move for a couple hours really throughout the day.
For former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter and those dealing with daily aches and pains, QC Kinetics regenerative pain treatments are a game changer, providing long-lasting relief.
Go into a specific joint, a specific region, and then help promote that healing process using your own body's mechanisms to heal. I mean, that's been something that's pretty powerful, and there's no surgery, there's no downtime.
QC Kinetics natural treatments help the body heal and restore itself. No more rusty lawn chair.
It's no surprise to see people being willing to try this first, especially when it has such great results.
Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus and call today for your complimentary consultation. Find out if you're a good candidate for treatment. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Again, 380-208-4544.
We always come through for you when you need us to. That's ECO's promise to you. And for AC repair and installation, that means today, not tomorrow. If you have an air condition breakdown, we'll get a tech out to your home today. Or we'll give you a year's EcoFied Advantage membership for free. And make no mistake, we're a repair, not replace company. Our techs are trained to give you all your repair options. Sometimes, though, it just makes more financial sense to replace. And that's where we really come through for you when you need us to. Because we'll replace your AC system same day. No sleeping overnight in a hot, humid house. Or we'll take $1,500 off the cost of your new system and provide you with portable AC units for your bedroom. That's what coming through for you when you need us to means. So if you need AC repair, call ECO for same-day service. We'll get your home cool again. We'll make it happen today.
At GetEco.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Twin Peaks. Experience the Sports Lodge mentality.
All right, before we get to truth, a couple shout-outs here today. Tom Sprouse, communications director out at the Memorial Tournament. What an excellent job he did for us today to get us to the halfway house, a place we've not been before. Yeah. Our personal chef, John, in the halfway house, feeding us all day. Johnny, you the man. Put it on Jack's tab. Officer Reed, Dublin Police Department. We've had our own personal security detail here today. We have felt like we were in the Pro-Am today. So we appreciate his hard work and thank him for his service out here in Dublin all week. With that, CB, take us home.
All right, today's national day of today is National Ketchup Day. It's a very simple question for you. Tell the truth. Where does this rank in your condiments ranking?
I mean, big French fry guys, right?
Well, as a kid, it had to be number one. I don't know if there's any kid in America under the age of 8 that wouldn't rank ketchup number one.
I think it slid down my rankings a little bit. Heavy ranch guy, big spicy garlic guy. See, you get into the barbecue sauce world, which is a cousin of ketchup, but then you get kind of the sweet barbecue, the tangy barbecue. So I do like a ketchup, but I think right now, CB, it's probably outside of my top 5, with ranch probably being the leader in the clubhouse.
And then you said you also like that mayonnaise.
Not a mayo guy. You know that. You know I'm not a big mayo guy. But in high school and junior high, every day we had French fries, and I would mix ketchup and mayonnaise every single day. But now I can't do mayonnaise on anything anymore.
What's the secret sauce at Bronco Burger? Thousand Island dressing. Ketchup and mayonnaise. I think you're right. I think it's outside the top 5. Barbecue sauce, I think go down, you go down the barbecue sauce road like I go down the mustard road. Yellow mustard, honey mustard. Like I can do brown mustard, all that Dijon. But it's not going to beat barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Like if I have a chance, it's weird. I'd rather dip the fries in barbecue sauce than ketchup now at this point.
You want like a sweet barbecue sauce or like a Carolina, maybe with a little bit more twang?
A little twang, yeah.
A little twang to it?
Twang. Yeah, I like that a little bit. Actually, the cheap one that I used to buy all the time that I actually liked was Open Pit.
I like incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
incredible.
It's not even that high on the tier.
It's not, but
it's
it's
not
good.
a tier 1 barbecue sauce.
And they've got a nice little range that they can go to.
Do
I
they?
think you can get you. I think there are a couple different options in the open pit realm. Montgomery Inn, though, Montgomery Inn down in Cincinnati, you get the ribs, but you get some of that sauce too. You can dip it in anything.
Basically, we've summed this up, CB. The ketchup is outside our top 5 now as adult men.
You calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther.
Well, I do need to do the follow-up at the press conference with our guy, Matty Ice, because I know he mentioned the mixture of the mayo and the ketchup. Have you ever had the mayo chip, or is it mayo chup mixture that's at the grocery stores?
I have not. I've seen. I think is it Heinz that's chefing this up, CB?
I believe it is. There's a couple different versions. I know. I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. There's like a fry sauce or some type of fry mixture that's also on in that line.
Matty also liked that Cranch. Wasn't there
What's
a
in
Cranch?
that?
That's ketchup and ranch.
I don't think that's playing well on my palate.
Heinz did it.
They've made everything.
Do it. They just did it, and they're ready to do it again, Matty.
Oh, man, how about this timing? We're almost done with the show, and, of course, it starts raining.
That's right. It
know
kind of
what?
looks nice, though.
We were spoiled enough today.
We're not out walking
we,
in
we
it. It
deserve
looks
to
nice.
get some rain. Great. It's going to be a fun hike for me in a couple
Look at that
minutes.
rain cascading on the pond out here at Jack's place. The green's getting a little bit of moisture. A little bright sky in the background.
This is like weatherman Mel Kiper right here. Did you hear that, Scotty? Have you heard that on the show? When AR gets into his Mel Kiper bag, it's one of my favorite things. There was a hint of it right there.
Look at that, get a nice duck flying in, seeing the rain to the pond, going in with the carp right there. Wildlife out here at Jack's place. Beautiful to see.
Yeah.
All right, my next question for you is a would you rather. Would you rather have really tiny hands or really huge feet?
So, like, huge feet like I'm in
Joining
The
the
Hobbit?
circus?
Like little elves like in the Hobbit movie? I don't think that'll play well. Man, the tiny hands, though? Yeah, I can't have the huge feet. So, CB, you're saying, like, if I had, like, a size 25 foot.
No. He's
But,
not
I mean, I
thinking
think
that.
I don't
Really
think it was
huge
going
feet?
that
I mean-
big. Maybe like an like an 18 or a 19.
Okay, so not that far off from where I was at. Give me the tiny hands. Give me the tiny hands over the huge feet.
Let me see what you guys don't remember. You guys are still too young to remember a guy named Bob Lanier. Well, Bob Lanier was an incredible basketball player back in the day, and there's something about his. He was 6'5". There's something about him having the largest feet, and I would love to get the size.
It's quite the statement when you enter a room, right? When you have those type of things.
Yeah, I mean,
clucking
you
around.
want the man hands if you can have those. You don't want, and no, I think this is a very easy one. Most people choose the large feet.
I went tiny hands. What type of statement?
Really?
Yeah,
I
what type
think
of
your
statement am I
comparisons you
making?
can use is maybe like a Kenny Pickett for the hands or a Shaquille O'Neal shoe.
Oh well, when you said tiny hands,
I'm more
like
so just
like
making a
little
joke.
Child's hand.
No, I'm more so making a
Think of
joke
like those
with that
nasty, like those nasty fingers from Scary Movie 2 when he's in those mashed potatoes. Remember? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think I'm taking the big feet. I think that works in a lot of areas.
Why you always lying?
All right, final question for today. Drew Rosenhaus, the agent for Tyreek Hill, mentioned that Tyreek Hill would want a new deal that is similar to JJ's new contract. My question is, tell the truth. Will the Dolphins give Tyreek a new deal before Tua gets a new deal?
Ooh. I think they're going to adjust his deal. I don't know what that really means other than I think they're going to bring him up to code. I think they're going to bring it up to wide receiver code. I don't think you have to give him a new deal, although Tyreek said all the right things. I want to be a Dolphin for life and all that.
Yeah.
It really is like, is Stephen Ross willing to pay Tua $50 million? I think that's kind of where we are. So I'm going to say the adjustment for Tyreek comes before Tua's deal.
Wow. I think I'm going to agree with you on this. Because I just feel like the Tua contract situation has to be very contentious behind the scenes. I don't know how it's not, because this franchise has to protect themselves and they got to be scared to death about Tua's health. So, yeah, I'm going to roll with you. I think I'm going to go with the cheetah first.
And this is why I say it, and it's weird. It's counterintuitive because Tyreek has 3 more years left. And so on that deal he signed on the trade, the sign and trade went to Kansas City to Miami, but he is coming off a career year. And so, and everything that's going on in the receiver stuff has to move that thing. So we'll go Reek.
The truth shall set you free.
What a day. What a day. If you missed Rob Lowe, Peyton Manning, Steve Young, I mean, the list was absolutely... Rickie Fowler. Incredible day for us here at Jack's Place. Wherever you get your podcast, type in Rothman and Ice. Those interviews and a lot more will be waiting for you.
And guess what we get to do? Come back tomorrow and do it for real at high noon. Thanks for listening. Common Man and T-Bone up next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is a Fan Action Update.
This NFL Action Update is brought to you by Tipico, gambling from 1-800-GAMBLER. The Detroit Lions are the favorite in the NFC North at plus 185. Their odds to make the playoffs this season are minus 250 to make and plus 200 to miss. Over-under season win total sits at 10.5 games, and the Lions are 13-1 to win the Super Bowl. Good for a tie for the fourth best odds in the NFL. For your Tipico Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Call 614-502-5220 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
Schedule your free in-home estimate today and get $1,500 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions apply.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch, Landscape Supply. Cleaner, greener, better.
Hey guys, Andy Katzenmoyer for Game Day Men's Health. Struggling with low energy, lack of focus, and trouble in the bedroom? You might have low testosterone. Game Day is here to help. They specialize in low T and other treatments just for men, like vitamin therapy, sexual wellness, and weight loss. Best of all, it's quick. Get started in as little as one visit. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test today. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan.
Score a goal with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the checking account that rewards you for supporting the crew. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, official credit union of the Columbus Crew, federally insured by NCUA.
Open your door to a gorgeous Nature Stone floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. June only, they're making huge deals for Dad with savings up to 50% off any garage floor. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just